Hey everyone, it's Nate the Vinyl Guide, and looky here, the mailman just dropped off this really cool package. I'm very excited to open it up. You want to know what's in it? Well, I'll give you a hint, all right? It's the same size as my Blue Note Review Volume 1. And it is from New York, so guess what? It is the Blue Note Review Volume 2, Spirit and Time, their tribute to some of the greatest jazz drummers that ever walked the earth. So I'm very stoked to check it out. So I'll tell you what, let's cut this box open, shall we? Now, as I slide this bad boy open, the box is really cool. It says all around the edges, Blue Note Review, Blue Note Review. On the side, Blue Note Review. And when you flip up this little flap, can you dig it? That is just cool. It's awesome before I've even opened the box. So let's, gosh, that's tight. Get in there. Excellent. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. All right. So one of the first things you're going to notice here is the packing of this box. It really is solid. You know, sometimes you get these records that are sent to you and they've got dinged corners and all sorts of stuff like that. You're not going to get that in this box. In fact, note, this box came from New York and I live in Sydney, Australia. So journeys don't get that much further than those two locations. And the fact that it came here and it looks in absolutely beautiful shape just seems to confirm that, again, Blue Note wants this to arrive to you in beautiful shape and has invested in this box. All right, and features a note here from what appears to be Mr. Don Was. On behalf of everyone here, Blue Note Review, welcome to Volume 2. We put a lot of spirit and a lot of time into this one. Hope you dig it, Don Was. All right, and again, you'll see limited edition of 2000. Don was on the Vinyl Guide podcast talking about Blue Note Review Volume 1. This was at the end of calendar year 2017, episode number 105 of the Vinyl Guide. So we're very excited to see Volume 2 coming out, and it really is a tribute to some of the most legendary jazz drummers in history. I've read quite a bit about it, so let's take off the shrink wrap and see what's in it, shall we? All right, here it is, Blue Note Review Volume 2, out of the box, but still in the shrink wrap. Now, I wanted to quickly do this to stack it on top of Volume 1. You'll notice there is a bit of extra thickness in Volume 2. Certainly looks that way, to me anyway. It's a small difference, but yet it's still there, and I guess that's to be expected. There's a few extra goodies in Volume 2, which we're going to get to here in a bit. So I'm going to crack this shrink wrap. By the way, just in case you're curious here, the reflection of this shrink wrap here, that is just a few things on the wall. A silkscreen image of David Bowie and one of my wife's paintings. So anyway, all right, so back to record business. Before we do that all the way though, I wanted to quickly take a look inside the cardboard box without the Blue Note Review inside it. Look how thick it is. Look how bulletproof that cardboard is. Well, maybe not bulletproof, but you get the idea. Really, really well packaged. And I think Blue Note will do that because really their product is a work of art and they want to make sure it arrives in a fantastic shape. All right, here we go. Ready to open the shrink wrap? I know I am. All right, here we are. Shrink wrap is off. Let's get to it. Again, just look at this beautiful box. Corners are beautiful. Man, can't believe this thing came from the other side of the world. Let's open it. Oh, I'm expecting this chorus of angel voices to just emanate from everywhere. Oh, look at this. All right, I don't even know where to begin. This little pocket here, this is just so cool. Oh man, gorgeous. All right, here is the record, Spirit and Time. Now, this record, it's a double record set. This is a tribute to the drummer Tony Williams. This features mostly current Blue Note recording artists from the modern era. However, there are some recordings. I believe there's at least one, maybe more. Juicy Fruit Live. This is from Tony Williams. So this is a tribute to Tony Williams through modern day musicians. And this is actually Tony Williams on a track on side D. By the way, I'm sure this is just as good, if not better, to the sound on Blue Note Review Volume 1, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm very excited to be able to hear this record. I'm going to set this aside right there. And then I'm going to go to the next lot. Oh, okay, hang on. You know what? Let me do the records first here. Let me do that. Because this album here, Africaine, is from Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. Now, this album, interesting history on it. This is recorded in 1958. I believe Lee Morgan is on it. Yeah, there we go. Lee Morgan, Wayne Shorter, Walter Davis Jr., Jaime Merritt, Art Blakey on drums, of course, and Dizzy Reese on congas. Now, this album, this music was recorded in the late 50s, I believe, and it was shelved. It wasn't released until, I want to say 79 or 80, and this is, yeah, it was released at a time when Blue Note was owned by United Artists, and they were just kind of, you know, burping out this content, really not giving it the treatment that it deserved. Especially an album like this, it has so many incredible, this legacy of players. So this is the first time this album has gotten kind of the Blue Note treatment. Yeah, I'm really stoked on that. I've got a huge Art Blakey collection, so this is going to be absolute beautiful addition to that. Bobby Hutcherson Patterns. Now, you guys like the vibes, you know Bobby Hutcherson. This album, again, was recorded, I think, in the 60s and put out at a time when Blue Note releases weren't released with, you know, the proper fanfare, with the proper attention. So, again, this is a blessing to have this reissued with a proper cover, the kind of the Blue Note art, which they're so well known for. Really, the treatment that it should have gotten upon its first release. And recorded by Rudy Van Gelder, reissue supervised by Joe Harley, mastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Mastering. All right, so this is wonderful. Can't wait to hear that one as well. I'm going to open those up here shortly and throw them on the turntable. Now, let's turn to some of the extras. And I guess maybe it's silly for me to use the term extras when these are really some of the cool additions to this Blue Note Review box set, Volume 2. Here's a CD version of that first record that I showed you, that tribute to Tony Williams. Again, if you're in your car or something like that, this is where you get it. I don't think you can buy this music elsewhere. I think you can only get this music through the Blue Note Review Volume 2. Of course, you can order your own at BlueNoteReview.com. This is cool. I'm not sure I can open this with one hand. Maybe I can. Actually, yeah, let me try that. One hand's holding the camera, as you can tell. Baseball cards, but not with baseball players, with jazz musicians. Horace Parlin, Kenny Dorham, Larry Young. Oh, Thelonious Monk. Okay, you know what? Let's kind of look at these. These are very cool. Oh, these show stats. Selected Blue Note discography. This is really, really cool. These are actually like kind of cliff notes. So, you know, you've heard of Andrew Hill. You want to know a little bit more about Andrew Hill? Well, here's what you need to know about Andrew Hill. Here's where you start. So, interesting. Horace Silver. Excellent. I wonder what his recommended discography is going to be. Yeah, I would agree with that. Except I'd also put on Horoscope. Yeah, good selection. Good go-to information here for people who may not be as familiar with these artists as others. So these are cool. It looks like probably about 24 of those things. Again, I will put those away with a little bit more organization when I get my other hand back. This is something that is a Blue Note anti-static record cleaner. Okay. And it's nice to have one of these inside the box. I personally use a groove washer, so I will probably set this one back in there. But this is good to have because not everyone has a record cleaner handy. If you're going to have a record cleaner, you're going to have records, you need a record cleaner. So that is very cool. All right, now let's get to some of these. And I want to be very careful with these. Again, I want to handle them with care. These are images from the Blue Note archives. And one of the things that, sorry for the noise. One of the things you'll notice, and I believe that is Elvin Jones, having these photos, no doubt from the original negatives. They really are beautiful. Nice thick paper, very frameable. So for you jazz heads or drummers, or if you just want something to hang on the wall, you know, consider taking some of these and putting them in a frame. That would be a very, very tasteful addition to just about any wall in the world. All right, we are getting towards the end here of our trip through the Blue Note Review Volume 2 box set. This is a little booklet here. One thing I like about the Blue Note Review, certainly Volume 1, and now I can see it's also in Volume 2, is the stuff that you have to do while you listen to the records. This booklet you can kind of flip through while the turntable is spinning. You're listening to the tribute to Tony Williams, A Spirit in Time, and then you can just kind of read, and it's just like sitting back and enjoying a newspaper while your day winds down. Get yourself a little glass of scotch, and man, your night is complete. So, a little Blue Note Review magazine, and this is another one. What's this? Another magazine? Oh, another magazine. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so more reading. I'm not entirely sure the difference between these two books. Oh, this is like the newspaper. I see. This is like the newspaper from Volume 1. So I think this is a little bit more geared toward the content in Spirit and Time. And then it looks like this may be a little bit more geared toward the art of drumming. I don't know. I'll figure out what that difference is. Ooh, it's even got some funny papers in it too. Oh, little dissertation on Bud Powell. It's all on there, and Tony Williams. So again, you know, you can read and learn and enjoy. So there it is. The Blue Note Review Volume 2. I am really so looking forward to throwing this on the turntable and enjoying it. And, you know, you can get one too at BlueNoteReview.com. I always recommend just about anything from Blue Note. I always learn stuff from Blue Note, and my Blue Note catalog at home is huge. I enjoy it, and you know, if you are a record connoisseur, a collector, someone who loves vinyl, someone who loves music, someone who just loves art, you really can't go wrong with Blue Note, because they really do take in consideration the entire experience when they create something, from listening to looking to enjoying. The Blue Note Review Volume 2. I do want to thank Don Was and the folks over at Blue Note Records for producing such great artwork, and of course for including me in helping get the word out of this. Please enjoy the Vinyl Guide podcast. If you're a record collector, music fan, go to thevinylguide.com. Subscribe to our podcast. Each week we talk to someone in the music business about music and history and record collecting and fun little factoids and interviews. So that's thevinylguide.com. And of course, you need to go to BlueNoteReview.com. Sign up for one of these Blue Note Review Volume 2 sets. There's only 2,000 made, so get one before they're gone. I think Volume 1 is totally gone now. So good luck in finding one of those. It was gorgeous. It was brilliant. I still enjoy it to this day, and I can't wait to sink my ears into this one. All right, there we go. For the Vinyl Guide, this is Nate. Till we talk next time, keep spinning. Cheers.